Hey everyone, so in this video I'm doing some orange cross Yao example 4x4 solves. So scrambles for all these will be in the description, and I'm also going to assume that you have a basic understanding of the Yao method before you watch this video. So if you don't, you should go look up a tutorial for that. Alright, so starting out on this first scramble, the first thing I noticed was this orange and red block. And after inspecting a little more, it seemed like red would be a little better of a center to start out with. So what I would do here is I would turn the bottom red center over, so it's right there. And now I'd solve the rest of the red, like that. And now that brought up one orange, so I'd match it up with this one. And now I just have to bring this orange one up into here, like that. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is this blue and this blue, which I can solve by turning this over, so now they're lined up, and then putting it in. Next thing I noticed was white, so this white here goes with this white here, like that. And now I noticed this yellow goes with this yellow, so I'd line them up like that and put it in. So what I noticed was that this yellow center is almost done, and also the green center, which is the center after yellow, is almost done too, so I'd go for those two first. So I'd turn this green so I can preserve this part of it. Now I'll solve the yellow like that, and then finish up the green. And also, I know that when I do R prime, I'm going to have the white's diagonal, which is the next center, so I'm going to do R2 instead, then U prime, so it would be lined up like this, but actually made a bar, which was unexpected. And then do R. And now I see this edge is solved, so I'm going to preserve that, so instead of just going like this, I would mess up this edge, so I would hide it and then go like that. And also, that formed this edge over here, so before I do R prime, I would take it out and then do R prime, or I guess U prime now. So now, as I put in this last edge, I'm also going to bring this into the E layer, because I prefer to put solved edges in the E layer. And now I'd slice over, and this goes with this, and this goes with this. I usually do a rotation here like that, which is kind of a bad habit, so yeah. I'm trying to learn how to do it from this angle better. So these two line up like that, and this goes with this. So I can solve it like that. And these two go together, so I'd set it up, slice over, and now the edge back here goes with this. So I can put it in like that, so as I slice over, it solves it. And now I can solve these two for the first F12 pair, so that's this and this, like that. Next I notice these two, which I can solve like that. I flipped it just so I get a little bit of an easier case here, so now I can solve these two. And for this last one, I'll go like that, just because. And then I have this OL and PL. So what I notice here, this orange is solved, and in the R slice, I notice that I have two reds. So what I can do is I'm going to solve orange and set up half of red. So I can do that by noticing this is going to end up here, so I'm going to set up this center so it gets here. So for that, I would solve these two, and now I need to make this go here, and I can do it like that. So now I have half. And then the last part, I can just do U to make it and put it in. First thing I noticed would be these blues. So turn it like that, and they go together pretty easily. Next, I would do white. So white can be solved like that. And lastly, I'd probably do yellow, even though green might be a little better. So for yellow, I can solve it by doing this. And putting it in. Can't talk. Okay, so my notice is that yellow is pretty much done here. I just need to finish it off, and then I can get most of green too if I solve it like this. So yellow's back here. So I'd make the yellow, which also makes part of the green, and now I put the yellow and the green in. And now for the last green, I can go like this. And also that made a bar here, and to make this last case a little nicer, I'll move it over so I can put it in. I also noticed there was an edge preserved, but it seemed like a lot of work to make it stay preserved, so I'm just not going to bother. And then the last one is just that. So now, to set up the last edge, slice over. This goes in like that. D2 down. So now when I slice over, this edge will be solved. So I have to go from this edge first. So this goes with this. This goes with this. This goes with this. And now these two line up like that. Can slice over and solve these two like that. And for the last two, I need to set them up across from each other. Slice, flip, slice back. And now, let me see. Okay, so what I do here, I know an alg for this case on 3x3, but it's not really good for 4x4. So I just solve it by doing this. It's kind of bad, but yeah, it works. Next, I would do these two. This pair back here, and then I'll flip this, just get an extra edge, and now solve this last one. I have this case, and Y prime. Okay, what I do here is I'm going to solve half of red as I solve orange. So for orange, I'd set it up like that, and I'd need to slice over and turn this way. But also what I noticed was that as I do U prime, this will end up right here. And I have this other red one here, and now if I went just like that, it would knock it out of the way. But if I did B2 before I did that, and now did U prime, it would set it up like that. And as I do R prime, that'd be solved. So now, line these two up and put them in. First thing I noticed was these two, so I can solve them like that. Next, these two. And lastly, these two, which I do R2, U prime, R, U. Okay, these look alright, so I'd probably go for white first. So, I'm not going to try and preserve anything here, I'm just going to hope something good happens. So, solve these two, like that. Okay, something good did happen. Turn it over so it's easier to work with. Now, finish off blue. Noticing these are solved, or these are the last two pieces I need to solve, so keeping that in mind. And now, finishing this off. And I noticed this edge was solved, so I wasn't going to try any special things to solve these two. So now I just solve them like that, put it in, and then, yeah. Okay, so this edge is solved. It's in the E layer already. So now I need to solve two edges first. So this goes with this, and this goes with this. Then again, bad habit, sorry. These two line up like that. Slice over, this goes with this. I can set them like that. Slice back. Now this piece goes with this, so I'd line it up. And this goes with this. Okay, so next, what I notice is that I can set these two up easily, just like this. Now I can solve this pair back here, like that. This pair I can solve without rotations, but it's going to be kind of inefficient, so I would do something like this. And then for the last one, I would rotate, put it in, I'll skip PLO parity, so from this case, I would do PLO parity like this, and then I just get a T-perm at the end. Like that.